Hi, it's Karmatos, and welcome to another ladder meme hybrid special something. We'll figure out what we drop it into. But that was a request for Leman Russ, so the deck is Lema Rush. Because it's gonna maximize flank and fast and ward and a sprinkle of other legendaries. So let's take a look. Leman Russ, not Lema Rush, can act again every single time something attacks for your side. Super good. Definitely one of the most aggro-y warlords in the game. In fact, I have a bot match I'm going to show at the end, I think, or the beginning. We'll see which. That wins in 3 turns. I've never won in 3 turns before, but Leman Russ can do it. And yeah, otherwise you can give him +1 attack, and this is a very high thinky warlord. You have to know when to attack with your warlord, and then when to attack with other troops, and what order for everything, and when you should buff your attack, and when you shouldn't. And we're probably going to see me make lots of mistakes, but yeah, just this last season I went from 2800 to 4K in a single evening. I had a couple of 10 win sprees, I think. But that's not the matches we're going to watch. Actually, I wanted to show you some matches from the start of a new season rather than the tail end of an old. It's a lot easier to go up in rank right at the end. So, easy way to make yourself look big when you're not. You get my idea. Anyway, here are the cards. Flank, 2-3, flank. And there's some pack. Flank, fast, ward, and pack. Because this synergizes well with Leman Russ being able to attack over and over again. So this is the card that will win you the game on turn 3. Abandoned Supplies just seemed like a good thing to toss in there. Ambassador Malgator just seemed like a good thing to toss in there, especially because it's a 1-3, so the enemy warlord usually can't and won't care to kill it, which means it's just strong enough to be able to get off an extra tap for Leman Russ, therefore stacking with others. Goldstone Hunters, fast. Jordan Stalker Squad, Bloodthirst and Ward. Super, one of the best troops in the game. Super good. Balei, the best 4 energy troop in the game, in my opinion. This guy will make enemies instantly quit, and you'll just win. Ward, pack, gain +1/+0 until your next turn. Woo! Not as fancy as Balei, because it's temporary, has less health, but still good. You'll still win games with it. You can pop off for 6 damage. Enemies will bash into it for 4 to 8 damage. You'll see. Vorox, super useful. Extra procs for Leman Russ, good for clearing those Blood Angel, drop pods, etc. Just good for all this. Jurgen, yep, frontline ward, 4-5. You can get off a couple attacks with this, maybe. Usually it just soaks a good thing, and his ward. Miskia Hunters, yep, just a good ward, 5-4. You'll usually, if he lives the turn, then you'll hit for 2, hit for 5, hit for 2, you've done 9 damage. Domar Gunnarsson. Yeah, give your warlord ward, get off some heals, hit him for 6, still be a 6-5 afterwards. Just solid stat warded troop. And adjacency ward, super good. Veterans, oh yeah, 7-5, flank, get off that extra attack with your warlord. If you can hit something that has 4 or less attack, this guy will stick around probably for another 7 damage. The Dion's, somebody told me how to pronounce this once. It's like Dionysian, like Dionysian spear? I don't know. +1 to the warlord, stun every time you hit. Super useful when you're attacking multiple times, having that permanent stat buff. Oh yeah. Voltarix, yep. 5-8, flank, backlash, deal 3 damage to adjacent units. Just another way to get off that flank. Super win the game troop here. It's a 5-8. It's got the ward and pack for +2. Many games, this guy will just get up to like 17 attack before he hits. Fenris Wolves is a great way to get off both double flank, and I mean, they're just great. They're a 4-5 and a 5-5 plus that, will proc Leman Russ multiple times and everything else in here. Great synergy. Corpse Swan. Through the Sin for Giggles, we're going to see one win with this from the more recent set of matches. Draw a card if it's a troop, put it in play, and give it fast. Connect again. So yeah, usually if this guy can live the turn, you'll just pop the ability 3 times, get 2 to 3 troops instantly in play, start attacking with everything, and win. If they do not deal with it, especially in this deck, you will win. So, we're going to start with the Vulcan, Leman Russ. That's why this game goes so well. Even if you have nothing in your opening hand, if you got Bail-Eye, you can make it work. Guess we're going to watch the bot game at the end. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Oh, I think there's a draw in here too. Nothing for 2 turns. Boring, right? But that is super important to me, because now I can clear the troop and drop Bail-Eye in such a way that he has to now fast, you know, he needs a Goldstone Hunter to get rid of it, pretty much. That's his only option. And he doesn't have it. So things are about to go very south for him. Because we can drop a Hunter, we can bash it, hit him, bash it. Did I mention that this guy heals himself? Oh my god. Such an obnoxious group. I probably should have run like the +2/+2 curse of the dog boy. It's really nice with him. Really nice with a lot of these war troops. What do we do? Oh, probably another 5. Him. I think he's about to surrender any second here. 9. Boom. Was this a turn where I should have buffed my attack by 1? No. Just getting him as high as possible is usually a fun thing. And, yeah, it depends on how many attacks you get off. If you've hit the point where you're going to do 4 attacks, plusing the attack by 1... Oh, I think this is where he surrendered, because it's glitched. But when you're going to hit your 4th attack, if you had done a +1 at the beginning, you will do 9 damage instead of 8. So that's a good point to, you know, do a trade-off. Or if you do double a buff, you can still hit for 8, but only take 4 damage. Guess we're going to exit out of that. So, little mathy points. Alrighty, Sanguinius. A lot of Sanguinius on the ladder these days. Bandit supplies opening. I
am the Emperor's executioner.
Wonder how I win.
We fly on righteous wings.
Interesting opening play. Let's see how that works out. Always nice to have something like that at a lower cost. Really surprises them when they drop their 3/5 and you drop this into it. Counterattack. Very useful for healing specific troops after they attack. It's kind of a situational game. I haven't necessarily perfected at all when it's the right thing, but never use it on yourself. Unless you've hit really late game and you've never used it when it's the make and break of you dying, you know. Otherwise, I might even use it right now. Just to keep him alive. And the goal there is that if he doesn't die, then I can drop Bail-Eye and get off 1 extra pair of attacks and get him up an extra 2 attack. Which means that when he does have to... Oh, it doesn't matter, see, he bashed it. But I made him waste 4 energy into it with my 2 heal. Otherwise he might have just face bashed it and played something else. Difficult to say, but glad to see that drop. It's energy tier in 4, drop him. Just no ifs, ands, or buts. Alright, you got a Goldstone? No, but you're not going to take 8 damage just so it doesn't die, so... Shitty hand, bro. That's 1, 2, 3. That he bows out.
Bring me to you.
He doesn't like the way that's going. Quick matches, right? Either just steamroll to victory or tie. Alrighty, Thaddeus. Don't see a lot of Thaddeus. These are all ladder matches. Woo! And these are new to the season.
I am
Ladder
the
matches.
Emperor's executioner.
You chose the wrong side.
Oh, but man, this was so fun to do. Climbing the ladder on like July 30th. Oh my god, that was so fast. Because you always face bash. The goal is to get both of you down to 4 or less. If I didn't talk about the Reckoning. So you want your health to drop. You want his health to drop. The sooner that both of your healths drop, the sooner that this can pop off and you win. You might not face bash if the enemy is an Angron or something like that, and their health is significantly higher than yours. There's scenarios where you won't. Like, I'll take that 4 damage, though. Absolutely. Am I going to top deck my favorite legendary? Ah, okay. Well, we'll have to go with one of those, and we'll bash and bash. Well, just bash. He's going to get this flank just to bounce this. Which, yeah, you'll save yourself by hit, and then 3-2, 3-2. 10 damage. He saves himself 10 damage that turn doing that. That's just how scary Leman Russ is. Just something like that is suddenly 10 damage extra on top of the 2 base. So 12 damage just between the 2 of them. Ooh, look at that. So, let's drop as many targets as possible. I actually secretly hope that it hits me. Boom. And then we're actually going to heal this with the theory that if he wanted to flank into it, he's going to have to dedicate more than 2 attack. It's ultimately not going to matter because Mr. Artillery Cannon's going to blow it off the face of the earth. Ah, ready for a misplay? As flank, ends his turn. Could have taken out a 3-4. Instead, this is gonna happen. Dash. I take 3. Or I take 4, do that, and that's game. We have 6, and 12, and then for every one of their attacks, another 3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 damage in 1 turn. He's gonna surrender. Any second now. There we go.
Duty ends.
Leman Russ, you're so fast. Alrighty. Ooh. I couldn't quite pull the win on this. Let's see if I did something wrong, but I managed to force a draw. Which I'm pretty proud of.
I am the Emperor's executioner.
We fly on righteous wings.
You know, I don't think I have any World Eater memes. I think it's time for a little World Eater memery. Yeah, I'll take that out with a gold stone. Hit. I had the option to bounce it. Debated it. This seemed like a good use of Goldstone Hunter. I'd just have to deal with it later. So I'd rather bounce something like 4-5 not Bloodthirst, whatever, the Requiem. Ah, counterattack, yes. You should strategize around my counterattack. Oh yeah. The want to be Bullseye. But he might just bash into it for 8 damage. Yep. Cool with me. And to be fair, it might be the best choice for him, because what's the alternative? I attack him, I hit him for 4, I attack him, so I've pumped out an extra couple damage, then I heal it, because he knows I have a heal. What better choice does he have? Ah, at least I can kill it. Good attack, get your buff, and then hit me for 6. Gonna do it? Madman. Hey, wait a minute. If I had a draw, why didn't I play Reckoning? Did I not have the energy? Oh man, I think I should have won this maybe. I don't remember. Rox, what's this? Vorox and Bounce are gonna take out the soul board. Hit, 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 hit. Bounce. Hit. Or maybe I leave one on the board and just drop a Jordan. We'll see. I could just take out a shield and drop the 3-4 and save this for something better. Yep, looks like that's what I do. Ow. Kablamo. I can kill that. I can kill that and live, and I can bounce that, and that's what I'm gonna do. First we bounce that away. Make sure we don't accidentally proc any Requiems. I make sure to hit first, because once I kill him, he's gonna buff. And I'm willing to do that trade, because I'm at 16 and he's at 7. Then I can heal. I think I'm going to be really disappointed in myself. I probably could have Reckoning and won, and just overlooked it. Or maybe I did, and no, I didn't. Or maybe I had to use all my energy to get to the point of the draw. That's probably what happened. Okie dokie. Makes sense on this Warlord. Until you pop off your... Pop. Not quite enough for the Corpse Swan, but... Yep. What to do, what to do. So, he's gonna do that, and then he's gonna pull a sneaky on me. He's actually gonna bounce that. You know, I think I could have won. I think I'm stupid. Because I'm gonna pop that off 3 times. Yeah, I should have won this. Learn from my mistakes, folks. Keep note of your reckonings. Because I'm gonna have 1 energy left over. Oh no, I buffed my... That's why. That was the mistake right there. I should have not done that. I should have bashed into him first thing, popped Reckoning, then done everything I needed to kill that guy. Because he's at 3 when that died. If I had Reckoninged in that combo, I think I could have killed that between the... Yep. Timers, man. It's hard. Leman Russ is hard.
I am the Emperor's
You know, although,
executioner.
maybe that was because the necessary number of
on
attacks.
righteous wings.
No, if I had gone first, that would have been 1 extra attack. Nope, I could have won. I'm bad. Well, we're gonna make it up with this one. Whiff. Yeah, we'll pop off some damage. Up. Tisk, tisk. Yeah, I don't want him getting off some flanks on ALI, so... And now, if he replays that, I'll be able to pop off 5 damage on it between him and him. Or this, for example. So now, ALI can come down in a safe capacity. I'll take 8 damage doing it, but it's worth it for him. That's level 6-5. I don't care. I mean, I do, but like that's a big... I actually don't have anything in this deck to deal with precog. So... Yup. We're doing this to minimize the chance that he bashes him off the board. We're gonna hit him for an I7. And then stun him, heal that back up. Love it. It's the best Blood Angel counter. Oh, this game this turn, yeah. He's gonna surrender. He sees the 15.
Hear my cry. Bring me to you.
Popping off. Really should have. Oh, that's a bot. I'm sorry, folks. That's quick. Oh, but I've definitely had some matches where I pop off Reckoning and win nicely with it. Especially during the 4K run on the 30th. Leman Russ is a tricky one though. Definitely on the higher. I make more mistakes with Leman Russ in the last couple days than I have with any other Warlord. It's just so many actions. I lost one game because I had actually had him at lethal. Enemy was at 3 health. I had spear, and after doing all the attacking, I hit end turn and didn't realize that the last one didn't actually like pull off. Just like was behaving too quickly. Didn't really mean to play this bot match. But there's still some fun thinking behind all this. Go down the Baelai, hit him direct for health. He'll either ram into this. I mean, if it was a player, he would ram both into this. He's not, though, so... Instead... we can bounce the 4-5, and throw down the 1-2. I can give myself 1 extra attack, hit him directly, kill that with the Warlord. Everything heals up. And in the next turn here, this is all going to get out of hand because bots don't know how to prioritize. Yeah, I'm going to take that because I need him to get up a little bit higher so I can throw those 2 into him. You know, actually, I might have been able to win this turn if I just kept taking the 3 damage to the face. Probably should have done that, man. Again, it's hard to play this. Because if that doubles up, I could have done hit, 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 and that would have increased that by 6. 7. Yeah, I would have won. I just needed to keep taking the 3 damage to the face. Didn't matter. I would have outraced it. But that's game this turn. Hit, hit, hit. Or hit, hit, hit. Take your pick. But next time I gotta read the name before I click. Alrighty, who we got next here? Lotara. Time for some big brain plays.
I am the Emperor's executioner.
All crew to battle stations.
Namely, keeping Vorox. All those 2/3s, this guy's gonna eat them up. Oh, here comes the big brains. I'm just gonna buff up and wait. This is gonna make him not want to hit. He's gonna throw down another 2/3. This is a long one. I think. Oh yeah, abandoned supply and a buff up. I can save Vorox for later. I'd rather alternate between Vorox and my attacks when I have +1 attack, so that way I can clear these while he's also clearing these. Is my theory. But he's actually gonna do the right call and stun me. I think he wants to hit me for 4 and leave him on the board. So that's gonna force me to play Vorox 1 turn sooner than I would have liked. I mean, I would have liked to have done it this turn with attack bonus, because then I could take the, you know, it, whatever. What do we do here? I'm not going to bounce that because that has flank. So we can bounce 2 things and increase my attack so that way he doesn't... Because I'm not going to just swing into it for 3 to the face. At least not this turn. He should kill that, drop a flank, and kill this. And a Pyramid of Meme. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, when you got all this front line and that's got ward, that's a good way to get some good content, random content to your hand. So I hit 1. He hits 1. And the goal here was to try to get that closer to death, because that is the best thing for Lotara. Don't see a lot of Lotara on the ladder either. But super great ability. One of the best neutral abilities. Super good. Alrighty, you're still gonna have to throw 7 into that, and I'll take 3. Cause you got something? Oh. Just to get his own guy to have Survivor again. What a bastard. We are gonna drop the wolves though. We can't let this keep going. So first we hit 1. I'm gonna take a lot of damage doing this, but... You know what I could have done in hindsight? If he... Oh no, part of that +1 was from the pyramid itself. Yeah, if I had bashed into the pyramid, that would have weakened it. Then I could have bashed into the 2/3. Then I could have bashed into the... Well, maybe I could have gotten him up to 8 and taken it out in 1 hit. Honestly, I would have just killed... yeah, I mean, that works. Yeah, it's gonna force me to play this turn. I would have liked to have done something else, but... that needs to happen. And since I have the free energy, might as well get the attack bonus and get the positive trade. Ah, we're going to ignore that and just drop Corpse 1. I was debating, like, I could put on Spear and throw down Balei and hit into it and stun it. No, we're just going to go for the win. Nice thing about true neutral decks is that they tend to not... Oh, I lucked out. 50-50 chance. And that's what won me the game. Absolutely. I would have lost, I think, otherwise. Because now... Shame, you'd love getting these guys on the fast. Okay, I can live with those. What, a 1-3? Yeah. So... can't attack with this guy just yet. Or buffed on. Oh yeah, I had the energy, why not? Could have gotten him off an extra high, but... No, I got off 3 attacks with it, so... Actually, you're equal at the 2 hit, so if you're gonna only hit 3 times, 3 sets of 2 is 6 versus 2 sets of 3, which is 6, so still better to do it that way. Yeah. Alrighty, well, that's game. And then just hit. Take your pick. On to little that. And surrender.
No one runs from the Conqueror.
Lots of people do. Lots of people run from the Conqueror. Alrighty, we're gonna see me get my ass beaten in by an Angron. Angron's hard. Anything with a high attack is hard because you can't face bash into it all willy-nilly, so you have to like try to build up some forces and then go into it. And it's just not gonna go my way. I have beaten some Angrons. Just not this one. So, for example, just not gonna. And so sad. If he hadn't have done that, I could have buffed up and hit him for 3, 3, bum, 3, bum, 3, and I definitely would have caught up on some, although my trades would have been neutral, but I could have gotten it up to 4 and then done a pair less. That probably would have been what I would have done. Or actually, since he has to attack me, I would just buff myself up as high as possible except for the last hit. And then hit him once, and then double that effect. But also, just not a great hand. I didn't get Bolvi, I didn't get any of those nice setups. Not the 4-5 ward, not the 5-4 ward, not Bolvi, not the 3-4 pack ward, none of them. What do I get? 4 Ox, so I hit him for 3. Woo. Bad luck. There's it is. Where were you last turn, buddy? Yeah, I can't. And it's gonna hit me, which is sad. I think I actually would have preferred it to land there. Okay, I'll take it, absolutely. That might keep me safe from direct damage target. Buff up. I have to hit him. I'm definitely not going to hit him. Okay, if he can't kill me this turn, I win. But Supply Lines is going to get the 4-2 fast. And does he have a Goldstone in his hand? Because that's the only other thing that he could possibly use to win the game. Because he can't target me with any of his, like, turn 2 tactics or whatever. Otherwise, I could have Goldstone, hit him, popped off my... Anyway, you want to see a game 1 in 3 turns? Woo! Alrighty, so these were some ones from the going up to 4K thing. Although, I guess I've played them all off since. Okay, here's how you win a game in 3 turns. Thank you for sticking around. So yeah, pretty fun deck. Not necessarily the most amazing, but I have hit 4K with it. Although I hit 4K with it on the second to last day, so take it with a grain of salt. Otherwise, somewhat mindless, super mindful fun. It's either going to be super straightforward or you're going to have to think really hard. Yeah. So how to win on turn 3. 1, they need to be 30 health. And 2, they need to not kill your stuff. So I've done 16 damage here by the end of turn 2. Or rather, I did 14 damage that turn. So 2 damage followed by 14 damage. And that's lethal. Thank you, Vorox. Ooh. Up. That's 15 damage. Well, thanks for watching Leman Russ with Lema Rush. If you like this, like it. If you want to see more like it, subscribe. I'm going to switch back to doing some memes here. I mean, this was kind of memey. This might fall under a meme. I don't know. Anyway, if you like this, like it. If you want to see more like it, subscribe. Share this with your friends. And of course, Armatos loves you. Thanks for watching.